This is a public service announcement. This is a public service announcement. What you're about to listen to may make you yell, shout, smile, and even laugh out loud. Youth baseball players, coaches, and fans join the Slide Podcast crew on their journey to make baseball fun again. Hear stories from players of all ages, plus tips and tricks from coaches and scouts. Now, if you're ready, give us a loud play ball.
Play ball.
Jake, is that good?
That was good.
All right. We're back on the Slide Podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Coach Aaron, and today I'm joined with my right arm man, Banana Jake. How you doing, sir?
Sup? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's early in the afternoon, so we don't normally do this early in the day. You feeling okay to do a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, look, fall season's already started, man. How's things going for you?
It's going good. This weekend, my team went 5-0.
For real?
Yeah. We
you guys won the championship?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Our highest scoring game was 27 runs.
Against how many?
1.
What?
Yeah.
You guys playing a T-ball team?
No.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
We had about 70-ish runs on the weekend.
Jeez.
And
you just didn't see any good pitching?
we did. It wasn't fast enough.
Well, cool, man. So, dude, you were in rehab for a while, working on your shoulder, working on your elbow. How's things going? Because I've seen that you're out there on the mound.
Yeah, I pitched this weekend. 71 I hit.
Wow. Is that a new personal record?
Yeah.
Sweet. That was during the game.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you hit any nice swamp donkeys?
1.
Did you?
Yeah.
There you go. Do you keep all those balls, or you just I've already got enough?
After 5, I stopped.
All right. Well, one of these days, if you make it into the big leagues, those balls will be worth some money there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. Man, I'm going to tell you, I've been working on all these new field reporters that we got joining the show, and some really cool stuff coming. A lot of conversations with some potential future partners, and a lot of really cool stuff coming for the show, and I'm excited. And next, are you guys going to Savannah for the draft?
Mm-mm.
No? Dude, you got to watch it, okay? It's going to be huge, Banana Jake. I'm just saying.
I see a lot more MLB parks.
I can't. I don't know. But it's going to be huge, those, man. All right. Well, before we get to our guest, we have to talk about it. Shohei Ohtani. Did you see what he did last night?
Mm-hmm.
6 at-bats, 6 hits, 3 home runs. I think he had, was it all extra base hits?
Yeah.
2 stolen bases and then 10 RBIs. I've never seen anything like that in my time. What do you think about him, man?
The greatest, one of the greatest to ever play the game.
He does it so effortlessly too. Even when he swings a bat like that, I think it was the last homer he hit last night. It was opposite field. It just sometimes it just comes off his bat, and it's
yeah.
The dude's amazing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, well, let's talk about another amazing dude. So, joining us today on the Slide Podcast, we have Caleb Gomez. Now, if you don't recognize the name, for sure go look it up. But then, were you watching the Little League World Series? And did you get a chance to hear from Caleb's mom and their journey in helping kids deal with mental health? And Caleb Gomez, started the Pass the Ball podcast, and he is joining us today, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great now that I'm here hanging out with you guys. Like before all of this it was all work. So this is fun. So when you get old, Caleb, you have to work a lot, and then this is like a great break, that's for sure. So well, cool, man. Tell us where you're joining us from.
I'm joining in Nevada.
Nevada. Okay. Close to Vegas?
Uh, Henderson.
Henderson. Okay. Okay. Man, it's still hot out there, right?
Starting to cool down, but yeah.
Well, let's see what his version of cool down is, Jake. What's a cool day in Nevada?
So I say 90. Yeah.
Okay, that's a cool day, Jake. That's a hot day here. Plus, we got humidity too, so like it's insane. Anyway, Caleb, so tell us how old you are. Tell us which team you play for, and tell us your favorite cereal. That's
All right.
usually the question that everyone wants to know.
So I am 12 years old. In the Little League World Series, I play for the Mountain Region.
Mm-hmm.
And right now for club ball, I play for Cincinnati Thunder. And my favorite cereal brand has got to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wow! Look, I'm gonna have to start keeping a poll because it's a real battle between Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Fruity Pebbles, which is my favorite. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's like old people cereal, man. Like get some fruitiness in
Tastes
there.
good
Get
though.
some. Look at Jake looking at me like, Jake, what's your favorite cereal?
I,
Oh, that's right. You don't eat
well,
cereal.
I mean, I have lately.
Well, good for you. Dude, get some Frosted Flakes. You can't go wrong with that. You eat
That's,
that?
yeah, but it's
That's
like
it.
chocolate frosted flakes.
Oh, that's all the vitamins you need for a young growing athlete right there. Fill it up with sugar. All right, Caleb. So you got a podcast, man. At 12 years old. Um, that's pretty remarkable, pretty incredible. Tell us how it got started, man.
So it all started last year, and I was playing for my club ball team.
Mm-hmm.
And on the field, I started showing emotion, and I couldn't just hold it into myself. So my mom noticed it, and she would make me read like mental books like these.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And my co-host, his name is Noah Henry. He also had the same struggles as me, and he was also on my club ball team. So one day we were at his house, and my mom was like, let's make a podcast about all of our struggles and let kids know that they're not the only ones that are going through these struggles, and we just like to help them like get over it. And
Mm,
with this podcast starting, I grew out of like showing my emotions and stuff. I felt a lot better.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. There's so much interesting stuff right there. So, first of all, um, being able to talk about your struggles publicly, like that's not everybody can do that, man. Was that easy for you to be able to do that?
No, because at first I was like, do I really have to do it? But then like when we started to do it, I was like, all right, like this is what I need, or else I become older. I'm trying to find what high school I'm going to. There's scouts there, and they see me throwing my helmet and stuff. They're not gonna pick me, and
That's right.
you just gotta get over it. And it's right now it's been helping me a lot.
That is so cool, man. Um, one more question there on top of that is what do you think during that process of starting the show and being able to talk about it? What do you think was like the magic potion or the magic there that helped you get over it?
Um, just having like weekly interviews with my co-hosts and with other people, knowing that I'm not the only one, and that if they are trying to get over it, I should start getting over it too.
I like it, man. You know what the key there is, I believe, is just communication.
Yeah.
You know, once you start talking about things, that's when your body just starts to feel a lot like you're releasing so much anxiety there. That's awesome, dude. Caleb, I applaud you for that, man.
Thank you.
Jake, I'm gonna stop talking so much. I'm gonna let you do a little talking. What you got?
So you went to the Little League World Series and you played outfield, right?
Yes, center field.
And when you're in center field, what was like going on through your mind in the first game you played?
Just that I made it. Like I worked my butt off in little league, just to make it here, and just to like not show my emotions. That like, oh, I'm just here just to play. I'm here to win it all, and I'm just trying to have fun. Uh, try to spend time with my teammates, and yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it like special, like I think it would be to go to the Little League World Series? How
Yeah,
cool was that?
it was amazing because like playing is also amazing, and you get in, you have like you can play like whatever, like you can play wiffle ball, you can play pickleball, basketball. There's an arcade there, cafeteria, all that. It was amazing. It's a blessing to play in the Little League World Series.
That is
That's
so cool.
yeah.
Jake, you know what? You're about to grow out of it, man. You're 12, right?
Yeah.
So you've aged out of the Little League, man. Like that means you're getting older, right? And that's
I
12, right?
mean, I could play one more. I can play next season, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll see Banana Jake showing up on TV. Look, dude, if you get there, you got to wear like a banana costume, though. Like that way we know it's Banana Jake. That'd be great. So,
Like a banana ball tournament.
yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe. So, Caleb, dude. So, getting over all of this stuff, playing at the Little League World Series, one of the things that bothered me when I was young was the yelling, screaming people behind me, and that bothered me a lot because
Mhm.
that just magnified the pressure of being in the box. And my son has dealt with a little bit of that as well. How did you handle being in front of all of those people and still being able to keep your emotions in check? Because I can imagine that was a lot different than playing back home in Little League.
Yeah, because like back home, there's only the family members, so like 30, 40 fans. You make it to the
Mm-hmm.
Little League World Series, there's like almost like 8,000 people just watching you, and everybody's just like screaming, yelling, all that stuff. And sometimes like you just gotta zone out, like just focus on the game, not anybody else. And when you're up to bat, just focus on one thing, just seeing the ball and putting it in play to help your team.
That's it. I think that's wise advice right there, Jake.
Yeah.
Focus on the ball, find the ball. How'd you do in the World Series?
I did good. My last game, I had 2 hits. I went 2 for 3, and I got some reps in the outfield.
Sweet.
Yeah,
You got it. You play center, so you must have an arm, right?
yeah, I say,
Right. Hey, be confident, dude. Say I got cannon
And speed.
yeah,
and speed. Oh, you fast too?
yeah,
That's a perfect center fielder right there. You got to have wheels to get from both sides, left to right, and back. So, all
Yep.
right, Jake. What else? What other questions you got? Because I'm gonna sit here and I can just drill him, and I don't want to do that to him.
So, how many people have you had on your podcast so far, like as a guest?
Uh, as a guest, there's probably we just started having people as guests in our interview, so I say like 10 to 12 guests on our interviews.
Now, how do you guys find your guest? I'm sorry, Jake. You were probably about to say something.
You're good.
So most of our guests are like people that we know,
Mm-hmm.
and like if they were on my team or I just know them like personally, and we would just like ask them to like be on our podcast and just
Mm-hmm.
have a little interview with them.
Go ahead, Jake.
Did you were they adults or kids?
Kids, they were kids, but
Kids.
yeah, but in the Little League Girl Series, like we were just walking around, and I interviewed like pretty sure it was a high school player,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was talking to him about like what was your mindset at 12 years old and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
what have you learned from those interviews that you've done so far? Any takeaways that sticks in your head?
Um, no, not really, because they just gave really good answers.
Gotcha. Well, that's one of the things that I have done the most over the past few years from our show is, man, I learned something I think from every single guest we have on this show. I mean, they're either learning about the individual, learning about their dedication to the sport. You can learn a lot of different things and cool tricks. Like
Oh,
I've learned things from Jake that I apply out when I'm coaching out on the field. So, I mean, dude, learn from everybody, man. Soak it in. Soak it in. There's going to be some good stuff, and then there's going to be some bad stuff, but you can learn from both. Learn what not to do and learn what to do. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So, podcast star. Um, are you excited about seeing what the future is with your show?
oh yeah, I feel like we're
Yeah.
gonna expand a lot.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's predict the future, Caleb. You ever do that? You ever think about the future?
Uh, Sometimes, yeah,
Okay. All right. Let's say you're 12 now. Let's say in 5 years. I know that's a long time to think about. Where do
yeah.
you think your show will be then?
Um, just not just any podcast, but like a motivation podcast, like just having like 39 subscribers on our YouTube channel. The next 5 years we'll probably get like over 10,000 subscribers, and I really hope for that because more and more people every day are listening to our podcast and are being inspired.
Yeah. I mean, that's I see. That's what you need to do, man. So, like, as serious as you are about this show, sit down and write out some goals. And maybe you write out a goal for this time next year, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years, but set yourself a goal, and then that way you've got something to work to achieve. And so every time you get to one of those milestones, you can cross it off and say, "Look at there, I achieved it. Now let's keep going." Because that's how it's been for our show, man. I mean, dude, I'm an old man. I just have all this bling and stuff on here just to be, I got to fit in. But man, I had to learn social media. You already got that stuff, I
Yeah.
bet. And like it's been a challenge and it's been a hustle. But you know what? It's just like life, Caleb. You got to hustle. You got to work hard. Got to pay attention. So, Jake, you got another question for him?
Um, what's your favorite experience you've had with your podcast?
Um, Probably just interviewing in San Bernardino for regionals and Williamsport, because there's a lot of people I don't know that I interviewed, and it was really amazing just to hear like their story and like what they're going through.
Yeah. I mean, being like a field reporter, you get to meet new people
Yeah.
and like learn about them.
Have you noticed yourself changing, Caleb, any as you do interviews, like getting more and more relaxed and comfortable speaking?
Oh yeah, because I
Yeah.
know like I've done this before. Like it's not my first time doing it. It's just like they're just as they're just as same as me, and just knowing that it's just another interview. Just do what I gotta do to help our podcast expand.
Yeah. So you guys really focus a lot on the mental health side of things. And I know you and your mom and we had a call a few weeks ago and talked a lot about reading. Talk to us about that. So, I mean, I know you held up 3 books there. The first book had Kobe Bryant's name on it. So I know that had to have been an incredible book.
Oh yeah,
Um, like, what do you get out of reading? Because I don't really, do kids read a lot these days? Like from books?
like for me, like I don't think kids read, but
That's what I would
yeah,
think. But you do though, right?
yeah.
Now tell me about reading and tell me why that's important.
So for like the mental side, the mental books, at first I was like, do I really have to do this? It's just like I can just get over it like that, but I can't really get over it like that. So when I'm just like reading through it, it's just like, wow, like this is actually good. Like this can actually help me become more like well minded in the game.
Dude, Kobe Bryant's mindset.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like I hear things all the time. I see video clips and I get all kind of inspiration and motivational like reels come up on my feed a lot, and I watch every single one of them. And between Denzel Washington, Kobe Bryant, Matthew McConaughey, some of these bigger stars, man, they can say one thing that will just completely inspire me. And I think it's amazing, man. You're talking about inspiring people and being inspired at such a young age, man. The world's wide open for you, dude. Come inspire us, dude. Um, so you and it's Noah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you guys do a lot of planning and like sharing ideas before you guys record an episode?
So we do, but my mom also like helps us. Like she plans like what we're gonna do. So like or a couple of videos that we did. She so we brought over one of my teammates for the mountain region. He's still
Mm-hmm.
on my club ball team. His name is Liam, and we brought him over to do an interview. And that day we had like three. So it was one with my
Wow.
sister, yeah, and then one with my dad,
Very cool.
yeah.
Dude, you're a little celebrity. Dude, you're knocking it out. Like, what do you want to do in the future, man? Where do you see yourself
Uh,
when you're an adult? What do you want to be doing?
I want to keep playing the MLB, and if that doesn't happen, I want to like I want to become like a coach for like high school or probably younger.
There you go. I mean, dude, I can, for me personally,
Hmm.
there's nothing better than to be out on a field, whether it's a football field, baseball field, basketball court, but just helping kids, like helping kids realize that the game is supposed to be fun. And like you were saying, like you struggle with your emotions and stuff. Like, do you think now that you've moved past most of those things, has the game become funner for you?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that a word, funner? More exciting?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds better. Has the game become more exciting for you now that you've got those things under control?
Oh yeah. Like in our last game, like it was the last inning, and we're just like, let's just spend like these last moments together, like just have fun because this might be the last time that we'll ever play together
Yeah,
as a team, or some of us will just like split, like separate.
yeah. Well, because at your age, when you start getting into the 13s and the 14s, that's when kids start to leave sports too.
Yeah,
And that's where at the after the age of 12, that's when the big decline starts to happen. And I think there's a lot of different reasons for it, but I think mental health, or not even so much as mental health as it is just confidence. That's what stops a lot of kids, I believe. It stopped me. I mean, it definitely stopped me. But I'm older, wiser now, so I understand what I've been through. But man, I mean, you could really help change that number, dude. You could really influence, kids to say, you know what, I'm gonna give it another try. Because you got to find the right team, got to find the right coach, and that just doesn't mean you jump on any team that's out there. Because every
yeah.
organization is not geared towards true development. Jake, you're gonna have to clap me out, dude, because I'm just gonna keep talking. Bench me or something here. Well, let's talk about school, Jake. You wanna ask him some questions about school? Oh, you
Um.
thought I was about to get you talk about school. We'll come
Oh.
back to you. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Caleb,
Do
what's your favorite subject in school?
History.
History. Jake, you like history?
um. I like history, just not my history teacher.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Caleb, I assume you got a pretty good history teacher.
Yeah,
You like her? He, he or she.
she.
Um, what about history, man? Because you know what I hear from most kids on the show, Jake, correct me if I'm wrong, but we hear math a lot. And that is
Mm-hmm.
so opposite of how I was growing up. And even my son loves math. And I'm like, what is wrong? Um, so it's refreshing to hear you say math is great. Hope math is one of your strong subject as well, but history, because there is so much to be learned about tomorrow from yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like what sticks out to you in history the most that you get excited to learn about?
America's past, because that's technically like the turning point of our country, like the American Revolution, the Declaration of Independence. I feel like that's like amazing. Like I know it was rough back then because like there's lots of wars, but I just feel like that's I like history. That's the reason why.
That's good, dude. That's good. I mean, I wish. See, when I was in school, your age, Caleb,
Hmm.
history was fun, but I was just more concerned about getting out of school. But if I, as I said here, I would love to go back into history class and really learn a lot more about things because, again, like you can almost look back at the past and kind of see how the future is going to go in some cases because history tends to repeat itself
Yeah.
in a lot of situations. So, Jake, favorite subject's math.
It's starting to change.
Why is that?
Math is difficult now.
Well, yeah, but you're smart. You got it.
Mm,
How's your teacher? Let's talk teachers. Teacher, you got a good math teacher?
mm. She
Uh,
she she teaches a good way. She is strict though.
you know what? Strict is okay. Like me and my wife have this conversation all the time because she's a teacher and she wants to make sure Jace gets with specific teachers and stuff. And I'm like, man, no, put that kid out there. Let him go where he goes because in life, man, you won't be able to control who your boss is. So like you got to learn to deal with it. But it's good though because what strict in my world means accountability. What does strict mean to you?
Not letting you talk or like
Like in
whisper.
class?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What you trying to whisper in class? Hey, will you go out with me?
No.
Oh, what are you trying to whisper?
Talk to my friend. I don't know.
Oh, see, you got to be paying attention in class. Jake, I just officially agreed with your teacher. Caleb, what do you think? He needs to pay more attention, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to whisper. He's trying to spit some riz.
I
No, did I say that right?
no.
Can you spit riz? Because you used to spit game. You just have riz, right?
I don't. I don't have that.
Jake even got quiet on me. Caleb, you got some riz?
No.
No? Man, you got to work on that too. See, you learning how to talk to people and walk up and talk to strangers, dude. Turn that into riz. I really don't know what I'm talking about right now. Jake agrees. I have no clue what I'm talking about, but you know, no capping
I
for
was.
real.
I have a story this weekend. I was catching, and a kid was up to the plate, and the umpire called a strike that he didn't like, and he said, "What's the sigma?" And
Really? What did you do?
I just kind of looked to my coach, and
So
uh,
now that's a different take on the word. What the sigma?
sigma. I don't know it. I don't even know what it means anymore.
Like that's where I get confused. Like I can't find a good meaning. Caleb, you know what sigma means?
No.
Have you ever heard people use it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I that's I can understand bussing, all these different things, but I still can't figure out sigma. Maybe somebody on the show listening right now will help us figure out this.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's like my big search these days is trying to define the meaning of some of these words being used today. Yep. All right. So now you're going to be getting to the age where you're going to be playing ball for school soon, aren't you, Caleb?
Uh, 3 years.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, dude, get them grades ready. How are your grades? I have a feeling they're pretty good, but I just need you to verify it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
have good grades. Yeah.
I have to imagine mom and dad are pretty good about making you get your work done.
So
Is that
like sometimes I don't have homework at all, but if I
uh
do, it's just like reading one chapter and then answer like 5 questions.
oh, well, there you go. You
Yeah,
already a reader anyway.
yeah, and I'm homeschooled too. So
Oh, snap. You can't throw your teachers under the bus like Jake can.
Mhm.
Actually, you can. We're on front of the camera. They're not. So, do they give you too much homework?
no,
And you can be honest here.
no, yeah, no,
Right? Okay. Listen,
zero.
if mom gets too strict and gives you too much homework, you're gonna have to call the bat phone and get us on the line, and we'll come to save you. Okay?
So my homeschool is technically like a micro school. It's called Elite Performance, and we also like work out there. So it's more of
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, like uh, both of like athletics and academics at the same time.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's really cool. So you're in Nevada.
yeah.
What's baseball like out there, man? You've came over, of course, to the World Series, and you've got to see, different players from all over the country play. What's baseball like out in Nevada, man?
Um, so there are teams that are really good that have potential to like win something like big, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
teams that are like they're like all right that we can beat them, and
Okay.
like my team is like yeah we play at Nevada, but sometimes like we'll like go to other like we'll go to other states. Like last week I went to Utah, and like in a couple of tournaments I'm gonna go to like Texas and all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could have traveled like that when I was young, get to go play baseball different places. Um, man, that has to be fun. You like doing those road trips for
Oh yeah.
games? That's got to be super fun. We didn't even have travel ball. I don't think when I was your age. I know we didn't at your age when I was graduating high school. I don't think there was any travel ball either. I believe that sounds like I'm old as the dinosaurs, Caleb. But see, Jake laughs. He laughs. And now Caleb's laughing. It's okay. It's okay. I know when I'm old. Dude, you play any other sports outside of baseball, Caleb?
So sometimes I play football, but I would play football for like my school instead of like club. Yeah.
Okay. So that's tackle, right? If it's for a school.
Flag.
You have flag football in your
Yeah.
school already? That is, you guys have that, Jake?
Yeah.
In school flag football? Like
Mhm.
real teams? Hmm. Here I
Well,
am in South Carolina. I don't even have any of that.
well, I'm mad about it because I was gonna try out this year, but they changed like every sport to only girls.
Oh.
How's that work? How, like you have no male sports in your school?
Our only male sport, I think, is golf and basketball.
No baseball team?
Mm-mm.
No men's basketball?
There's men's basketball.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You said that. No men's football?
Mm-mm.
No tackle?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, Caleb.
I know.
Is your school like that?
Uh, so
Or your
my
area?
yeah, yeah. So like at my old school, like we would have like football, basketball, all that stuff. But like when you play like tackle and baseball, that's in like high school.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
Jake, man, they just booted you out of sports, man.
We're in a non we're in a baseball area,
Mm-hmm.
Not like baseball, though.
Okay. I got you. Baseball, baseball. When you say it twice, Caleb, that means something. Look at them
Say
jerseys up. Do what?
say Tampa. Tampa has a lot of baseball high
Yeah.
school.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some huge football programs too. Like you guys have like 6, 7A schools. I think there's even an 8A down there somewhere in South Florida. So now, Caleb, I see these jerseys back here in the background. You rock those around town?
Uh, yeah. So like if we're interviewing people or we're having like our little show, we'll wear those.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, we have the same thing, man. We think alike. You know, all of our field reporters have jerseys as well, for the Slide podcast, and
Hmm.
we're about to get some new ones courtesy of
Oh.
Stinger Sports. And I like that, man. Dude, you're impressive, man. Very impressive. Jake, you think he's kind of cool? Like a little bit?
Very,
Very.
very cool.
Look, I was trying to help you there, Caleb, but he gave you a very. So I think it's good, dude. Go ahead.
I call him very, very cool because he's the one who met Jazz Chisholm.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure Jake's got a question about that. Like, you want to know how he was? Was he really that cool, or was it just for the camera? Like, how was he?
So it was amazing because you're interviewing an MLB player, star, and like just meeting him was crazy, and meeting all the Yankees and the Tigers was a great experience.
Now they hung around and watched games too, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a few of them sitting in the stands. I saw one video where they walked downstairs where into the bullpen, and there was a kid warming up there, and all of a sudden these group of Yankees start
Yeah.
coming down the stairs, and this kid sitting there now with a handful of Yankee players watching him pitch. That had to be nervous.
Yeah, so
Like, look, dude, I'm not as fast as you. Like, give me a break here.
yeah.
Go ahead, Caleb. What were you gonna say?
So like when they made to the fields, like we sat next to the Yankees players. We were watching. I think it was Texture. No, I forgot. I forgot who was playing, but yeah, we were sitting next to the Yankee players.
Yeah.
That had to been cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to sit next to them. I could sit next to the Tigers, just not the Yankees.
Tell him why.
The Red Sox.
He's a Red Sox fan. Now, is the Yankees your team, Caleb?
No,
All right, who's your team?
the Phillies.
Okay.
Mm.
You don't like
Philly.
Phillies either, Jake?
Mm.
What you don't like Phillies?
I mean, I. Mm. They're a good team. It's just I'm not a fan.
Okay. Caleb, who's your favorite player on that roster?
Bryce Harper.
Of course, of course. Um, he's the man, dude.
I know.
Like, I think Harper is like he's a rock star.
Oh yeah.
What is it about Bryce Harper though for you? What attracted you
Um.
to him and his play?
So of course, like he's from here, and like I know his like sister and their family.
For real?
They live close to us. Yeah. And
And
it was Christmas Eve, and they we went to like their church, and he was there. Bryce Harper was there with all his family.
oh snap!
Yeah.
That's
Well,
cool.
first of all, there's a sermon going on, but after that sermon, where's Bryce Harper? Did he hang around and like hang out?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I took a
So you
picture
got to
with
meet
him
him,
and all that. Yeah.
man. How would you react, Jake, if you got to meet like a legend for the Red Sox? Who was a legend to you in the Red Sox world for your age?
Can it be a former
Yeah,
player?
yeah.
David Ortiz, probably.
Oh, of course, Big Poppy. Yeah, he has to be there. I mean, so I grew up with Wade Boggs.
Oh.
Wade Boggs like drove me crazy because we always had. I mean, I was always a team of the American League, and we always had to play the Red Sox. And Boggs would either hit us, hit something and ruin the game for us, or make a play at third. All right. So Bryce Harper, that's a good one. Hey, you know what? He was making moves when he was young.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think 16, 17 years old. It's funny. I was just editing content with Sophie Silverstein, and she was talking about Bryce Harper was her, inspiration as well. But yeah, I mean, I think Bryce Harper's got that kind of love-hate relationship
Oh
with the
yeah.
fans. I think, yeah. Oh, so you see it too?
Oh yeah. So there's like everywhere he goes, like everybody just boos him. He thinks everybody thinks he's overrated, but there's some people that love him, like absolutely love him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and you got that, but I think that's always good for the sport too. So, all right, man. Well, I know you got to get running. You got to get on the road, and I don't want to hold you up anymore. I want to tell you something though. I still got a question or two for you,
Mhm.
but look, what you're doing is so incredible at your age, because again, so many kids, keep a lot of things inside, and that's not healthy. And so you helping kids be able to talk through some of those challenges is incredible, man. And so you always got a place here on the show with us. If you want to come back and co-host with us sometime, or whatever you need, man, we're always here to support you and pass the ball. Okay.
Thank you. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
you're welcome. All right, last question, Jake. I'm gonna give it to you. Do you remember it?
Yeah. I'm just trying to
Okay.
I'm trying
How
to
to
think.
frame it up?
Yeah. So it's the bottom of the sixth in the Little League World Series, and you're in the championship. What would be your walk-up song?
Um, it's between the songs I have up. So in club ball, I have my walk song is "Many Men" by 50 Cent. Probably that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with 50.
I know I like
You,
it now.
you can't say 50. You have to say
50,
50.
50.
50. Yeah, and I'm being completely serious. I met a lady that actually used to do some marketing with him,
Mm-hmm.
and she was told before he walked in the room to make sure she addressed him that way and not 50.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, 50, we got you. All right, man. Well, that's a good one, man. You can't ever go wrong with some 50 Cent. He'll get you going.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, man. I appreciate your taste. Oh, we talked about music the first time we talked. You need to listen to more of that
Oh
West
yeah.
Coast gangster rap. That's yeah, your mama's stuff. So, all right, dude. Well, look, you started us off with play ball, and we're gonna let you end the show, okay?
All right.
Um, so I'm gonna talk about a little bit about show and our listeners, and make sure everyone goes subscribe to our show. Hint, hint. And then once we get done at the end of it, I'm gonna say until next time, Caleb,
We'll catch you
and
on the
you're
slide.
gonna say what? What's that,
We'll catch you on the slide.
dude? This kid is amazing, Banana Jake.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it. All right. Well, look, a lot of exciting new things coming for the Slide podcast. Some really cool ventures we're about to get started on. And probably by the time that you're hearing this, you have already um, been through our launch of our new field reporters. And so we are going from 8 field reporters for the first part of the year, and I think we're going to hit 20 for this fall season. Yeah, Jake, got a lot of cool kids coming to join us, some new flavor, and a lot of things coming that's really cool. So make sure go subscribe, follow, like. I don't know. Is that all the stuff you do these days? Like, follow, oh, and share.
Yeah.
Got to share, Caleb.
Yeah.
Can't forget share. You got that right. You got to
Yeah.
share. Okay. All right. But thank you guys so much for listening, hanging with us. We're 2.5 years old, and we're loving every bit of it. So, Jake, thank you very much for getting out of school, hopping on this podcast with us. I know Caleb appreciated it, right, sir?
Oh yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. All right, Caleb. But until next time,
We'll catch you on the slide.
there we go.
We thank you for toughing it out and pushing through. Now, let's go teach the world great sportsmanship, leadership, to go inspire someone through your dedication and excitement for the game. Make sure to smash the like and follow button on all social media at The Slide Podcast Show and The Slide Pod on Twitter. Plus, leave us a review and feedback. Until next time, we'll catch you.